On the aftermath of the bombing in Boston, we're digging deeper, talking with a terrorism expert about why he thinks this all happened. And here are the facts right now. Federal investigators say they still have not made an arrest in this bombing. The two bombs were made of pressure cookers, and they were filled with metal fragments and then placed in duffel bags. 3 people were killed, including that 8-year-old boy, Martin Richard, also a 29-year-old, Crystal Campbell, and the 3rd victim has not yet been identified. President Obama will travel to Boston on Thursday for a service to remember those victims.
Well, let's switch to our reporter, Chris Woodard, live in downtown Portland. Chris, this attack has the attention of a terror expert here at home.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the steel bridge. The 2 big questions here right now is, will there be another attack? And who did this? Well, a terror expert right here at PSU, a professor at the school, has a lot of experience in this area, and he says there are already some big clues out there.
Well, there's the shock of it.
Dr. Randy Blazek spent Monday like so many of us, glued to his television and the horror unfolding in Boston. But he wasn't watching the same way most of us were.
In my field, you're really sort of looking for what are the immediate clues.
Blazek says there are strong signs pointing to an act of domestic terror.
That placement wasn't right at the finish line, but it was behind the flags. So I saw that as potential evidence of that it might be domestic in nature.
Blazek says in the domestic terror world, there's a strong hatred of U.S. involvement in international events. Placing a bomb near the flags may be related to this. He also points to the fact no international terrorist group has claimed responsibility for the attack. And then there's the date.
The tax day representing a sort of hatred of the federal government and the money they take from taxpayers and things like that is also evidence or could be used as evidence of a domestic attack.
If this is a domestic act, Blazek says there may be reason to worry about others trying to copycat or piggyback on the Boston bombing. He says that was Timothy McVeigh's hope when he bombed a federal building in Oklahoma City this same week in 1995. The fantasy of an attacker is often that others will see what they did and join in an effort to throw the country into chaos.
This one in Boston did a good job of getting the nation's attention, and so there may be someone else who feels like they can accomplish something similar or even bigger.
Blazek says at this point it's too early to jump to any definitive conclusions. He just says that this is where the clues he's seen are pointing him. He says the investigation right now is likely focusing on all the video and the pictures taken at that blast site. Live in Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.